The story of the stolen bride. Tell us your name and which country you're watching from in the comment section. We'll give you a shout out in our next video. Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a kind and beautiful woman named Adora. She was married to a man named Obinna and they loved each other very much. But Obinna's mother, Neoma, was not happy with Adora. She wanted her son to marry someone else, someone she thought was better. Neoma started being mean to Adora, trying to make her leave the village. But Adora did not want to leave her husband and home. One day, Neoma met a new woman named Ezine, who was very pretty and nice. Neoma thought, this is a perfect woman for my son. Neoma started inviting Ezine to their village, pretending to be friends. But really, she was trying to get Obinna to fall in love with Ezine instead of Adora. Adora did not know what was happening, but she felt like something was wrong. Obinna started spending more time with Ezine and less time with Adora. Adora was very sad and confused. She didn't know why her husband was acting this way. Neoma was happy, thinking her plan was working. But Adora's friend and family saw what was happening and tried to help her. They told her, "Adora, don't worry, we are here for you." Adora felt a little better, but she was still very hurt. Adora's friends and family tried to help her, but Neoma's plan was already working. Obinna was spending more and more time with Ezine and less time with Adora. Adora felt like she was losing her husband and she didn't know how to stop it. One day, Obinna told Adora that he wanted to take a trip with Ezine to the city. Adora was devastated. She knew that this was Neoma's plan, to get Obinna to fall in love with Ezine. She tried to convince Obinna not to go, but he didn't listen. Adora was left alone in the village, feeling sad and betrayed. She didn't know what to do or who to turn to. She felt like the whole world was falling apart. Meanwhile, Neoma was thrilled that her plan was working. She thought that soon, Obinna will forget all about Adora and marry Ezine instead. But little did she know, Adora's friends and family were not going to give up without a fight. They came up with a plan to expose Neoma's scheme and bring Obinna back to Adora. But it was a risky plan, and they weren't sure if it will work. They decided to gather evidence of Neoma's manipulation and present it to the village elders. As they started gathering clues, they realized that Neoma's scheme was even bigger than they thought. She had been manipulating Obinna for months, making him believe that Adora was the problem. But they were determined to stop her no matter what it took. Adora's friends and family worked tirelessly to gather evidence of Neoma's scheme. They talked to villagers who had witnessed Neoma's manipulation, and they collected letters and messages that proved her plan. They even snuck into Neoma's house and found a journal where she had written down her evil plans. As they gathered more and more evidence, they knew they had to act fast. They decided to present their findings to the village elders during the upcoming village meeting. But they knew Neoma would not go down without a fight. On the day of the meeting, the village was buzzing with excitement and worry. Adora's friends and family stood nervous in front of the elders, ready to present their case. Neoma sat in the back, smirking and confident that she had already won. The elders listened to both sides, their faces serious and concerned. They asked questions and examined the evidence. Adora's friends and family held their breath, hoping that the elders will see the truth. Just as the elders were about to make their decision, Neoma stood up and shouted, "This is all a lie. Adora is the one who is trying to tear up our family apart." The villagers gasped in shock, and Adora's friends and family looked at each other in disbelief. The elders banged their sticks on the ground, calling for order. "We will not make a decision today," they announced. "We need more time to think and investigate." The meeting ended and the villagers dispersed, whispering and wondering what would happen next. Adora's friends and family were disappointed but not defeated. They knew they had to keep fighting for the truth. And Nneoma was more determined than ever to get what she wanted, no matter what it cost. Adora's friends and family refused to give up. They knew they had to keep fighting for the truth. They spent the next few days gathering more evidence, talking to more villagers, and gathering support. Meanwhile, Nneoma was getting desperate. She knew that Adora's friends and family were getting close to exposing her scheme, and she had to think fast. She started spreading rumors and lies about Adora, trying to turn the villagers against her. But Adora's friends and family were prepared. They had anticipated Nneoma's move and had a plan to counter every step. They organized a rally in support of Adora, and the whole village showed up. The villagers stood together, holding signs and chanting slogans. "Justice for Adora," they shouted. "Truth will prevail." Nneoma was taken aback by the show of support. She had underestimated the strength of Adora's friends and family. Just as the rally was ending, the village elders appeared. They looked serious and concerned. "We have made our decision," they announced. "We will investigate Nneoma's action and determine the truth once and for all." The villagers cheered, and Adora's friends and family hugged each other in relief. But Nneoma's face turned red with anger. "This is not over," she shouted, storming off into her house. The villagers knew the battle was far from over. Nneoma will not go down without a fight, but they were ready. They were determined to see justice served and truth revealed. What will happen next? Will Nneoma's scheme be exposed, or will she find a way to escape the truth? The village elders investigated Nneoma's action and discovered the truth. They found out that she had been manipulating Obinna and trying to replace Adora with Ezinne. The elders were shocked and disappointed at Nneoma's behavior. They called a meeting with the whole village and exposed Nneoma's scheme. Obinna was ashamed and apologized to Adora for his mistakes. Adora forgave him and they reconciled. Nneoma was punished for her actions, and she realized the errors of her ways. She apologized to Adora and the village for her evil scheme. The moral of this story is that jealousy and manipulation can lead to destruction, but forgiveness and truth leads to redemption. Adora's kindness and strength saved her marriage and her relationship with her husband. The villagers learned a valuable lesson that day, that love and honesty are the most important things in life, and that jealousy and manipulation can only lead to pain and suffering. From that day on, the village was a happier place, and Adora and Obinna's love story was a reminder to always choose love and honesty over jealousy and manipulation. The story ends with a moral lesson. Love and honesty are the greatest power in life. Jealousy and manipulation are the greatest destroyers. Choose love and honesty always. What lesson did you learn from this story? Drop your take in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget also to share this video to your friends and the other social media platforms.